Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tausif, and it is a pleasure to be back with a new live stream. Friday night, and I thank you for being here. We're, we are going to be discussing an important topic, and I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, but I also would appreciate if you participate in the conversation by writing your comments in the live chat window. So the live chat window is always very active with questions and comments pouring in from our friends from various parts of the country and even outside the country. So wherever you are in the world, um, please participate in the conversation. And also, if you're here for the first time, just introduce yourself and um, write the name of the city or the state or the country that you're from. Okay. So, my friends, the question today is Barack Obama trying to re enter the political arena? That is the question that I'm asking. And you can see the question in the title of the live stream. Is Barack Obama trying to re enter the political arena? Well, some of you might say, hey, Tausif, Obama never left. He's always been in politics. He never left the arena. Even after he left the White House, he never left the political arena. If that's what you think you're going to say to me, well, go ahead, write it in the live chat. Yes, it is true that he is still very much involved. I think so. I do believe that. If you tell me Tausif he never left, I'll say yeah, that could be true. And I think it is very true. So, this whole question about whether or not Barack Obama is trying to re enter politics, that this whole question might be irrelevant. Obama is already in because he never left. Has anyone seen Obama exit the political arena? No. We saw him exit the White House after his second term in office, president, ended. He exited the White House, but he never really exited the political arena. And so the real question is the following. What is Barack Obama trying to do? Actually, not one question, there's another question. So let me give you both the questions, one after the other. The questions are, number one, what is Barack Obama trying to do? Number two, what will Obama's role be going forward? Any former president has significant influence, perhaps with the exception of Joe Biden. I don't think Joe Biden has any real influence. I don't think he had any influence when he was in the White House. So let's keep Joe Biden aside because that's such a different case. There are so many questions about the Joe Biden presidency, right? We don't know who was making the decisions that people thought Joe Biden was making. Was Joe Biden making the decisions? Was he the one pardoning people? Or was it someone else? Who was in charge? Was it some other individual? Was it a group of people? We don't know. And I know that there are Republicans in Washington who are actively working on finding the truth. So we're not going to go into that discussion today because we have other things we want to talk about for this live stream. So, as I was saying, any former president has significant influence, with the exception of Joe Biden. Now, some choose to exercise their influence, and some choose to just go behind the curtains and then stay out of sight. Any former president, especially a two-term president, has power and influence. There's no doubt about that. Regardless of party affiliation, Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter. Any former president, particularly a president who has served for two terms in office, has significant power and influence. And Barack Obama in particular, has influence. There's no doubt about that. But for the general public, it is hard to figure out to what degree a former president is involved in the party's politics. There's a lot that happens in politics that people do not get to see. Yeah, there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, behind the curtains, behind the walls. You see the political figures on TV, you listen to them on the radio, you read about them in the newspaper, whether you're reading the physical newspaper or you're just reading the news online. You see and hear the things that are said and written. But there's a lot that happens behind the scenes that the general public, they don't get to see. The political staffers, the strategists, the advisors, the consultants, they see a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. You look at a political figure on stage, and the political figure may be giving a speech. You listen to the speech, you see the public reaction, you applaud, or you express your opposition. And a lot of political figures, when they're speaking on stage, people say boo, right? Express opposition. That happens. We've seen that. So you applaud, or you make some kind of a sound to express your opposition to whatever that political figure is saying. Now, that all happens in front of the public. The person is on stage, maybe at the podium, maybe holding a mic. But then after the speech ends and the politician exits the stage, goes behind the scenes, behind the curtains, backstage, the general people, they don't get to see the backstage. They don't get to see the conversations taking place backstage. The advisors see what happens behind the scenes, the strategists, the political staffers, the consultants. But for the general public, it may be difficult to know what exactly might be going on. There are politicians who are very transparent. They are consistent when it comes to messaging. So whatever they say on TV, whatever they say on stage, they're the same people behind the scenes. There are political figures like that. Very, very transparent. Very, very genuine. And then there are politicians who have very different messages depending on the audience that they are addressing. And that's not nice. Anytime somebody is saying something to make a certain group happy and then saying something totally different to make some other group happy, that's not genuine. That's not honest. And there are politicians like that. People always wonder what is going on behind the scenes, what negotiations are taking place behind the scenes, what kind of tension there is behind the scenes. Who's clashing with who? Who's friends with who? What deals are being reached? And, it's hard to know all this if you are not deep inside the political arena. If you are a part of the political machine, then you get to see and know these things. Maybe not everything, but a lot. Right now, in the United States of America, people have very different thoughts about the two major political parties. Clearly, the Republican Party is more united than ever before. Do you agree when I say that? Do you agree with me? My friends, please let me know your thoughts in the live chat window. I'm telling you this. I'm sharing with you my viewpoint, which is the Republican Party is more united than ever before. And my friend Kay Cooper from the great state of Texas says, I agree. Thank you, Kay. Thank you. My friends, anyone else who would also like to share an opinion, please do so. All you have to do is write whatever you want to write in the live chat window. Very easy, very simple. A very casual setting. Just go ahead and write your comment. Tell me if you agree. Tell me if you don't. By the way, this live chat is in subscriber only mode. And so for anyone who wants to write a comment, you have to subscribe, which, why wouldn't you, right? I mean, you got to subscribe if you want to stay connected, if you want to participate in more conversations in the future, you got to subscribe. It doesn't cost you any money. You just hit the subscribe button, become a part of the community. So, as I was saying, the Republican Party is more united than ever before. Now, yes, there are differences of opinions within any party, including the Republican Party. Yeah, there are differences of opinions because, anytime you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people together, 100 people, 200 people, 300 people, 1,000 people in an organization, 10,000 people, you're not going to get uniformity of thoughts. And that's never healthy. If you have everyone thinking the same way, that's not productive, that's not constructive, that doesn't lead to progress. You got to have diversity of thoughts, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to tell you is that in spite of whatever differences of opinions may exist within the Republican Party, the party leaders and members have found a way to stay together, to stay united. Tangerine is here. Tangerine, thank you so much for being here. Good to see you. Jack is here. Hello, Jack. Ryder is here. Hello, Ryder. Anyone else? Victor is here. Hello, Victor. Anyone else? Did I miss greeting you? If I did, I apologize. Please make sure that you're subscribing and staying connected and participating in the live chat window. There's a lot that we're going to be talking about, and I am just getting started, okay? 13 minutes into the live stream, there's still a lot more to talk about. Just getting started. So please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also like this video, share this on Facebook, share this on X, share this on Truth Social, share this via email, share this wherever, however you want to share it. Share this video. Jamie is here. Hello, Jamie. Good to see you. So as I was saying, in spite of whatever differences of opinions there may be within the Republican Party, the party leaders and the members have found a way to unite and to stay united, to stay together. Because we all believe in certain core things. We want limited government. We want to combat fraud, waste, and abuse. We want to see the private sector thriving and growing and expanding. We want to see more manufacturing. We want to see drill, baby, drill. We want to see coal, oil, and gas being extracted and used for economic growth. We want to see success and prosperity. We want to see public safety. We support our law enforcement officers. We support our military. We want to see a secure border. We want to see America being successful in international trade. We don't want other countries to take advantage of us. We want fair trade. We want strong defense. And my friends, those are the objectives, those are the thoughts, those are the key priorities that bring the Republicans together. In spite of differences of opinions on policy issues, in spite of the diversity of approaches, somebody might say, hey, you know what? We can win in trade if we do this. And somebody else might say, we can win in trade if we do that. Somebody else might say, oh, there's a third option if you want to win in trade. So the approaches may vary, the policy solutions may vary, but we all agree that we want to win in trade. And so the common goals, the common objectives bring people together. So the Republicans are united. Micah is here. Hi, Micah. By the way, let me catch up here. Hold on with the live chat. So Micah, good to see you. So Micah is a fellow Wisconsinite. So Micah, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. It's a nice surprise to see your name pop up here. Thank you for supporting this channel. Paul is here. Hello, Paul. Micah, how are things going in Southeast Wisconsin? All right. Tangerine has been supporting this channel very, very strongly. Thank you, Tangerine. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else who's here for the first time? Okay. Well, every now and then I'll stop and see if I'll try to catch up with the live chat window. But let me move forward here. So yes, the Republican Party is united. The Democrats may have a different opinion. They might say, oh no, the Republican Party is not united. But they are lying. We are stronger than ever before. The Republicans, yes, we are. And there's a clear leader, Donald J. Trump. Yes, there are key figures who are working with President Trump to implement the America First agenda. There are many key leaders all over the United States who are helping Donald Trump keep the party united. I mean, I'm gonna give you an example. Speaker Mike Johnson, a key ally of President Trump, and there are other key allies who are making sure at each and every step that we focus on implementing the America First agenda. So the structure and organization of the current Republican Party is steady. The Republican Party is strong. And the Republican Party can withstand any opposing force. Yes, there are forces opposing us. There are forces who are trying to break the Republican Party apart. But they're not going to win. We are stronger than ever before. Yes, the Republicans are. And you look at the Democrat Party, completely different scenario. The Democrat Party has no real organization. The Democrat Party has no real leadership. The Democrat Party has no clear vision. The Democrat Party has no consistent message. If you don't have a consistent message, if a party cannot agree on a message, That's not a party anymore. It's fractured. It's shattered. There's no glue to hold the Democratic Party together. AC Cruz, so good to see you. Our friend AC Cruz from Arizona just tuned in. Thanks for being here, AC. Good to see you. My friends, the Democrat Party is a complete mess right now. No clear vision, no clear strategy. And I'm not going to go into the details of their internal struggles. The DNC, do you think that the DNC is united? The folks running the DNC, are they united? Do they agree on things? Do they have a clear vision? No. The DNC is a complete mess right now. And if we want to talk about that, it's going to easily be an hour or two that we can talk about the DNC. I'm not going to do that. There's no glue to hold the Democrat Party together. And I think, now let's come to the main point. I think there are people within the Democrat Party who wish to see Barack Obama come back. He seems to be the only option left for the Democrats right now. The only option. There's no one to lead the Democrat Party. No one. Biden, he's retired. And even when Joe Biden was in office, he did not know what was going on. So if somebody is expecting that Joe Biden is going to lead the party, no, that's not going to happen. Joe Biden, he's retired. He's done. Joe Biden's, somewhere in Delaware, wherever, enjoying vacation time by the beach. I don't know. I don't know what Joe Biden's doing, but he's not going to be leading the party. Is Kamala Harris going to lead the party? No. After her miserable failure, and she deserved that outcome. Kamala Harris, she lost that election and she deserved that loss, okay? I mean, that was supposed to happen. Kamala Harris, anyone who thought that Kamala Harris would be president, well, you were dreaming, okay? And that dream had nothing to do with reality. Some dreams are connected to reality. You dream and it's a realistic dream and that dream is fulfilled and you're happy. But anyone who thought Kamala Harris would be president, it was just an absurd dream. And in reality, the American people rejected Kamala Harris. Okay? So she's not going to be running the Democrat Party. Who's going to run the Democrat Party? Pete Buttigieg? You think Buttigieg can do it? No. The worst transportation secretary in the history of the United States of America, Pete Buttigieg, that's his title. That is what he earned by being a part of the Biden-Harris administration. It's funny how they say Biden-Harris administration. I always found it very funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's just ridiculous. Biden-Harris administration. I mean, the administration is always addressed by the name of the last name of the president. So, the Clinton administration, the Bush administration, the Obama administration, the Trump administration. And then when it came to Biden administration, they're like, it's the Biden-Harris administration. I don't know why they did that. I don't know. Was that supposed to have some kind of a psychological impact on people when you saw that name, the Biden-Harris administration? It's the Biden administration. Is it? Why was it the Biden-Harris administration? I mean, right now, It's the Trump administration. That's what we call it. Yes, we have a vice president always. When it was Donald Trump and Mike Pence, it was the Trump administration. When it's Donald Trump and JD Vance, it's the Trump administration. You always call an administration by the last name of the president. But that was an exception. It was the Biden-Harris administration. Anyway, that's not the main topic. Pete Buttigieg, worst transportation secretary in the history of the United States. He is not going to lead the party. Then who's going to lead the party? Is there a leader? Elizabeth Warren? I think she would like to be the leader, but she's not. Cory Booker with his stunt. He spent, 24, 25 hours? That long speech he gave, Cory Booker. Does Cory Booker think that he's going to lead the party? I don't know. Gavin Newsom. Jack mentioned Newsom. Newsom? I don't think so. Gavin Newsom. He can't even manage California. Look what he did to California. And I'm not going to repeat the things that I said in the past just because we're going to have to stay on topic here. But California, a beautiful state, completely ruined by the Democrats, including Gavin Newsom. So he's not leading the party. There's no way. J.B. Pritzker, I think that guy wants to lead. He thinks he's the governor of Illinois, so he can lead the Democrat Party. Well, yeah, hand the Democrat Party to him. That's fine. Let him do it. We, the Republicans, are just going to sit down and enjoy the show. We're going to sit here. We, the Republicans, we're going to sit here with our popcorn, and we're going to watch J.B. Pritzker lead the Democrat Party. Do it. Do it. J.B. Pritzker. So there is no one to lead the Democrat Party. No one. So some are thinking, you know what? Rewind. Let's go back to the past. Let's bring back Barack Obama. Is that the strategy of the Democrats going forward? Bring Obama back? Is that what they're going to do? Is that what they want to do? Barack Obama coming back to lead the party? That seems to be the only option. Of course, we know that he cannot run for president again. Barack Obama, I'm talking about Barack Obama. He cannot run for president again, but he certainly can play an active role in providing some sort of leadership within the Democrat Party. What is that leadership going to look like? I have no idea. But you know what? They're going to have to come up with something. They're going to have to come up with some name, someone who can lead. So they might bring Obama back. Obama, yeah, that might happen. Someone who can stand up and say, hey, guys and girls, listen to what I have to say. Follow my orders. Do what I tell you. Is Obama going to do that? I think some people are hoping that he will. Obama coming back and saying, listen to me. Listen to what I have to say. Follow my orders. I know what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do, and you do it. So is Obama going to be that leader to guide the Democrat Party? Maybe that's what Obama's role is going to be. I think he's going to be filling a void that exists right now. Very likely. He's going to provide the leadership that the Democrats desperately need. The leadership that the Democrats don't have within their party right now. Now, Obama, let's talk a little bit about Obama. Obama has a unique place in the Democrat Party. And let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. Obama is not the very old politician club. Like he's not Nancy Pelosi. He's not Chuck Schumer. He's not Maxine Waters. They're the real old politicians in the Democrat Party. You know, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Maxine Waters. They've been there for a long, long time. So they are in the old club. So Obama is not part of that. And Obama is also not the young AOC type of politician. He's somewhere in the middle. He's not in the old club of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Maxine Waters. And he's not in the new club of AOC and Zoran Mandani. Okay? He's somewhere in the middle. In terms of age, he's in the middle. And he's also not the openly socialist type like Bernie Sanders. He's not in the Bernie Sanders club. Clearly not. Now, although I must add, if you analyze Obama's policies, if you do a thorough analysis of the Obama presidency, and you go by policy, then you are going to find traces of socialism. You will find traces of socialism. I don't think Obama claims to be a socialist. I've never seen or heard that Obama claims to be a socialist. I don't think he's done that. Like Bernie is a socialist. We know AOC is a socialist. Zoran Mandani, the new guy, he's a socialist. But I don't think Obama openly claimed, unless I missed something that he said, which, you know, he gave, I don't know, millions of speeches probably. Did he ever claim to be a socialist? Have you ever heard Obama claiming to be a socialist? I don't think he's done that. But if you analyze his policies, if you do a thorough study of the things that he did, the things that he pushed for, the things that he advocated for, the things that he wanted to do, you are going to find traces of socialism. Rachel is here from Waukesha. Rachel, so good to see you. Thanks for being here, Rachel. Our friend, The Journey to Justice. Thanks for being here. So you will find traces of socialism. You actually, more than traces of socialism, you are going to find clear elements of socialism if you study Obama's policies. But he is not openly socialist. Like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He is not openly socialist like Bernie Sanders. He is not openly socialist like Zoran Mandani. And that's why some believe that Barack Obama can bring the Democrat Party voices together and he can unite them, he can lead them, he can take the party forward. That's what some people think. Well, it's not going to be an easy job, I can tell you that. It's not going to be easy. And I don't even know if it's doable. Do you think he can do this? Do you think he's going to succeed in uniting the Democrats? What do you think? Can it be done? I think the Democrat Party is just too fractured at this point. Too fractured. Vega is writing not doable. Yeah, I don't think it's doable. Some people think that, hey, if there's someone who can do it, if there's someone who can unite the Democrats, it's Obama. So let's bring Obama. Let's make him the leader again. Let's give him all the power, all the authority so he can fix the party. But you know what? It's not doable. It is not. Especially when you look at the newer voices within the Democrat Party, the voices that are dragging the party to the extreme left. They are the ones who are dominating. They are the ones who are really in charge. The far left, the socialists, they seem to be in charge. People like AOC. Now, AOC might not be the minority leader in the House, but AOC is powerful enough to drag the party further and further towards socialism. Charisse is here. Charisse, so good to see you. Our friend Charisse just joined. Jamie, always good to see you. Thanks for supporting this channel, Jamie. Anyone else who I missed greeting? Anyone else who's new? Gregory is here. Hi, Gregory. Tony is here. Hello, Tony. Adaptive is here. My friends, please make sure that you're please make sure that you're subscribing if you have not done so already. Okay, make sure you subscribe, my friends. Tangerine, thank you, Tangerine. Tangerine is writing TTTT, which means Tosif tells the truth. Thank you, Tangerine. It's always my goal to tell the truth. It's always my goal to share the facts and accurate information and to give you my honest analysis. Rachel, thank you so much. Kay Cooper, our friend Kay from Texas. The newer voices within the Democrat Party, the socialists, they are the ones who are dominating. So Obama would probably try to get all the different forces in the Democrat Party in the same room and try to unite them. He might issue a directive. He might say, hey, Democrats, listen to me, do this. We got to stay united. That's what Obama might do, but it is very hard. It's very hard. He might try, but he's probably going to fail. How exactly is this process going to work? Will Barack Obama ask the socialists to give up their style and strategy? Is Obama going to be the one who says, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, let me tell you, your socialism is not going to work. So just abandon that approach and stop dragging the party further to the left. Is that what Obama is going to say to AOC? And do you think AOC is going to listen? I mean, just we're thinking of a hypothetical scenario, but we're going to have to think about it, right? Because, you know, a lot of people are complaining. Even a lot of Democrats are saying, oh, the Democrat Party is just too much to the left. Too many socialists. So is Obama going to ask the socialists in the Democrat Party to abandon their socialist viewpoints? And if he does that, if he talks to AOC and says, AOC, stop your socialism, it's not going to work. Is AOC going to listen? That's the question. That's the question. That is going to be the test of leadership if Obama at all tries to be the leader. The newer individuals, let's talk about the newer individuals. They are very, very adamant. They are very rigid in their approach. You look at Mamdani, Zoran Mamdani. He's all over the news. Everyone's talking about Zoran Mamdani. Everyone's talking about the mayoral race. He's a socialist, and the socialist wing of the Democrat Party is becoming more and more populated. That's right. More and more socialists joining the Democrat Party. Socialism is growing, is spreading. Socialism is spreading like wildfire within the Democrat Party. The moderate voices are not being able to do anything within the Democrat Party. Socialism is taking over the Democrat Party. And in the process, you know what is happening? The party is losing touch with the reality that the American people accept. The American people don't want socialism. The American people reject socialism. The American people views socialism as a threat. So we reject socialism, but socialism has found a home in the Democrat Party. And it is spreading. It is spreading each and every day. Socialism is spreading in the Democrat Party. And that is why the Democrat Party faced such a massive loss in the 2024 election, and the party is going to lose more elections going forward. So can Obama save the Democrat Party? Can Obama stop the spread of socialism? Can Obama tell the socialists within the party, you need to stop? Can he do it? Probably not. But it seems he'll try. Once again, let's not forget, if you study Obama's policies, you will find traces, not just traces, but elements of socialism. My friends, I think what's going to happen, and this is an interesting part that I'm going to talk about now. Let's take a little break here. By the way, my friends, please make sure that you are subscribing. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And you got to hit the like button. It's important. That's all I ask for. As you are tuning in for these live streams, and there are friends who ask me, Tosif, what can we do for you? Well, just subscribe and like. Please like this video, because that's how I can reach more people. Like and share. Like and share and subscribe. So let's see. Jazzy Star is here. Jazzy Star, it's so wonderful to see you after quite a while. It's nice to see your name pop up, Jazzy Star. Thanks for being here. Greg is here. Hello, Greg. Anyone else? Who did I miss? All right. Selena is here. Hi, Selena. Thanks for being here. So, all right, let's get into the very interesting part of the conversation. And once again, let me remind you, I want to hear your thoughts. as we move forward with this discussion. I think whatever Obama ends up doing, I think it's going to be a tag team effort. He's not going to be doing it alone. It's going to be a tag team effort. And who do you think is the likely partner who's going to help Obama, if he at all tries to regain his leadership role in the party? Do you know? Can you tell me which political figure may end up being Obama's partner in this effort to unite the Democrats? Rose Rodriguez is saying Clinton. No, not Clinton. Not Clinton. Not Clinton. Rachel says Hillary, not Hillary. Gregory says AOC, not AOC. Well, could be. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts. There's a name that came to my mind, and I'm going to share with you why that name came to my mind. Somebody who I think is going to partner with Obama. Sanders, not Sanders. Not Sanders, not Hillary, not AOC. Kay Cooper is asking male. It is a male. It's a male individual. It's a male individual. Yes, it's a male. MG is writing Fetterman. Not Fetterman. Tim Walz, not Tim Walz. All right. Kay Cooper says Schumer, not Schumer. Not Schumer. Do you want me to reveal the name, which, I will. Maybe give it a few more seconds. It's interesting to see the different guesses. The names that are being mentioned, All right, maybe 10 more seconds. I'm going to Rachel, I know who you're referring to, not that person. That person who just gave a long speech on the Senate floor. No. Jamie's asking what tea I'm drinking. It's regular black tea, English breakfast with some milk and honey. Yeah. MG saying Newsom. It's not Newsom. Rahm Emanuel. Rahm Emanuel. That's right. If Obama seriously moves forward with trying to take control of the Democrat Party again, then Rahm Emanuel is very likely going to be his partner. MW is trying to correct my pronunciation. Different people pronounce things differently, all right? Rahm Emanuel, we all pronounce differently, but you understand who I'm talking about. Rahm Emanuel, yeah, that's right. That's right. My friends, you have to look beyond the obvious, and you have to see what forces are at play. You got Barack Obama, slowly making his way to the front, and he's getting a lot of attention, Barack Obama, and he's positioning himself like he's the hope of the party. And then let me tell you, Barack Obama is not going to be alone. I think he's going to need the help of an old friend, a man named Rahm Emanuel. Barack Obama and Rahm Emanuel. You got to revisit the history of their friendship. Both from Illinois. When Obama was in the White House as the president, Rahm Emanuel was the chief of staff. And here's what I think might happen. As Barack Obama visibly plans an active role in the Democrat Party, Rahm Emanuel seems to be getting ready for a presidential run. Did you hear that? Rahm Emanuel is getting ready for a presidential run. Very likely. Of course, he has not announced, he has not appeared on TV and to say, yeah, I'm running. He hasn't done that. It's too early. It's too early for anyone to make any announcement about a 2028 presidential run. But it's very, very clear that Rahm Emanuel has the presidency in mind. He wants to make a comeback. He has served in different roles. He served as a diplomat. He served as the White House chief of staff. He served as a member of Congress. He served as the mayor of Chicago. So he has served in different roles. He has a lot of experience. Yes, he's a Democrat. He's on the left, but he is one with a lot of experience. And also, as I mentioned, he's from Illinois. Obama is from Illinois, and they are friends. And so I think what's going to happen is Rahm Emanuel and Barack Obama will unite. They're going to get together. They're going to partner. They're going to team up to try to take control of the Democrat Party. Now, if you think my analysis is wrong, you can let me know. You can let me know. If you think my assessment, my analysis, my prediction, I'm not making a prediction. I'm just presenting a possibility. Let me know if you agree with my assessment. Sanchez is saying, I wouldn't say it's wrong. Thank you. Thank you, Sanchez. Rachel is saying Chicago is already going broke. Yeah, Rachel, Chicago's got a big problem, you know? Every time they elect a new mayor, that person is always worse than the previous mayor. I mean, that's that's Chicago. If you think, oh, the current mayor is bad, and then the people elect a different mayor, that new mayor is worse than the mayor before, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, Rahm Emanuel was not a good mayor." Well, the next mayor ended up being worse, and the next mayor ended up being worse than the than all the other mayors before. So that's Chicago. Chicago has a problem. I don't know how they're going to be able to solve it. All right. Um, I don't know how they're going to be solving that problem, or are they going to be solving that problem anytime soon? I don't know. But Brandon Johnson, clearly the worst mayor, I think, so far, um, that 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 I've seen in Chicago. All right. So what's going to happen, I think, is the kind of publicity that Rahm Emanuel has been getting is a clear indication that he's very likely going to run for president. And to do so, I think he is going to need Barack Obama's support. And it's interesting if you think about the fact that there could be two Democrat presidential candidates from Illinois. Not even talking about all the other possible candidates, just there might be two candidates from one state, Illinois. If Rahm Emanuel runs for president, if J.B. Pritzker runs for president, it'll be two Illinois candidates. Now, it'll be quite a primary on the Democrat side. You know, I'll just tell you, get your popcorns ready, okay? Because, you know, you're going to be watching a very interesting movie when the Democrat primary starts, all right? It's still there's still a lot of time left for that, but it's going to start at some point, and you're going to see a lot of Democrat candidates with a lot of terrible ideas, and they'll be presenting their cases to the Democrat voters to try to win the party nomination. The party is being dragged towards socialism. Socialism. So Rahm Emanuel might run. He might run. I think it's possible he's going to run. I think it's quite likely that he's going to run. That's my guess. And to do so, he is very likely going to need the support of Obama, and he is probably going to have the support of Barack Obama. And Barack Obama and Rahm Emanuel together, they might try to redirect the party. The Democrat Party is heading towards socialism at full speed. And although Obama's policies had traces and elements of socialism, but I think they don't want to be openly socialist. They want to inject socialist policies, but Obama probably doesn't want to be viewed openly as a socialist. And so I think Barack Obama and Rahm Emanuel, they are going to try to redirect the party. Because right now the Democrats are scattered. I mean, once again, you got to look at the socialist wing of the party. The AOC and the Bernie Sanders and the Zoran Mandani kind of politicians, that wing of the party. It seems that they are the ones in the driving seat, taking the Democrat Party further and further towards socialism. And then there are mainstream Democrats who are not exactly comfortable with the extreme socialists. Yeah, it's interesting what's going on. Very, very interesting. Aaron is here. Aaron from Canada goes by the name Fuzz. Aaron is here. Hello, Aaron. Now, if you pay attention to Aaron's comments, you're gonna see Aaron doesn't agree with my viewpoints a whole lot. By the way, my friends, please do what Tangerine just said. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, share, and hit the like button. Thank you so much, and God bless. Thank you, Tangerine, for reminding everyone about the importance of subscribing, sharing, and liking. Thank you. Sanchez, thanks for your comment. I'm going to discuss that. So, um, let's discuss. Let's talk about the socialists in the Democrat Party. Sanchez, I see your comment. I see your comment there. Let me share with you my analysis. So, there are mainstream Democrats who are not exactly comfortable with the extreme socialists. There's a strange discomfort that you are going to be able to detect among the Democrats if you are paying attention, if you are reading the words, if you're studying the body language, if you're listening carefully to the tone of their voice, you are going to see, you are going to recognize that there's a strange discomfort among the Democrats because of the socialists. This guy, Zoran Mandani, and I've talked about him in the past. Zoran Mandani he's running, he's a Democrat, but he's a socialist. He's running for mayor in New York City. By the way, if this guy wins, I don't know what's going to happen in New York City. If Zoran Mandani wins the mayoral race, all right? I mean, that mayoral race is a mess. You got You got Cuomo, you got Eric Adams, you got um, Kurt Sliwa, you got Zoran Mamdani, and you've got this strange mix of Republican and Democrat and independent, and Democrats running as independents. I mean, it's a complete mess. But all I can tell you is that if Zoran Mamdani wins, I don't know what's going to happen to New York City. I I am not going to even try to predict what's going to happen to New York City if Zoran Mamdani becomes the mayor. I mean, this guy talks about city-run grocery stores. Oh my God, city-run grocery stores. No one should vote for this guy. And once again, as I've done in the past, I want to talk to through my channel. I want to address. I want to draw the attention of all those legal immigrants, people who came to the U.S. legally. All those legal immigrants who came to the U.S. They settled down in New York and they started grocery store business. Maybe they opened up a grocery store. And there's ethnic diversity in New York because New York is a big, diverse city. And so people from all over the world, they come to New York and they start grocery stores. We've seen that. There could be, grocery stores that focus on Italian food, on Indian food, on Pakistani food, on Middle Eastern food, foods and products, European stuff. So there are these specialty ethnic grocery stores that offer products and services to people who are looking for Italian products, Italian food, and Indian food, and Pakistani food, and Bangladeshi food, and African and Middle Eastern. And a lot of these grocery stores are owned and operated by legal immigrants, people who work really hard to build a better life for themselves and their families. And so Zoran Mamdani says he's going to have city-run grocery stores. That's going to drive other grocery stores out of business. So who's going to be hurt? A lot of immigrants, a lot of legal immigrants are going to be hurt because of Zoran Mamdani's objective, his mission to establish government-run grocery stores. I mean, that's just one example. And if I want to talk about Mamdani's policy proposals, I mean, it's going to be an endless conversation. We'll be here for hours, okay? My smartphone battery is going to run out, and the conversation still won't end. So, as I was saying, this guy, Zoran Mamdani, the way his name recognition is skyrocketing. Whether you like Zoran Mamdani or you don't like Zoran Mamdani, whether you agree with Zoran Mamdani's policies, whether you disagree with Zoran Mamdani's policies, I think one thing we all understand that his name recognition, I'm not going to use the word popularity because I don't think he's very popular. There are so many people out there, common sense people with a lot of common sense who oppose Zoran Mamdani. So I'm not going to say Zoran Mamdani's popularity. I'm just going to say his name recognition. His name recognition is skyrocketing. Everyone's talking about this guy, and not in a very positive way. Yeah, he has supporters. No doubt about that. I mean, there are people who vote for socialists. So he has supporters, but there are far more people opposing Zoran Mamdani's viewpoints and his policies and priorities from all over the country, not just New York City. So I'm not going to say that his popularity is skyrocketing. No, he's not popular. But his name recognition is skyrocketing. Everyone's talking about him. You turn on the TV, you sit in front of a news channel for an hour, let's say, and I'm sure that you're going to hear about Zoran Mamdani in that 1 hour window. Something about him, some news, something. You're going to hear about this guy. And given the extremely bad policy ideas that this man has, Zoran Mamdani, even some of the mainstream Democrats seem to be worried right now. They don't want to endorse him. They don't want to endorse Zoran Mamdani. Understand one thing, my friends, the Democrats, they like to inject socialism in small doses. The Democrats have been injecting socialism in small doses. But what Mamdani wants to do is a major overhaul. He wants to turn New York City, into a socialist territory overnight. A lot of Democrats, they are not going to openly embrace socialism, but through their legislative efforts, through their actions over a long period of time, little by little, in small increments, they try to inject socialism. That's what the Democrats do. They try to inject socialism in small doses. And now they are shocked to see, oh my God, there's this guy who wants to turn New York City into a socialist territory overnight. He wants to do a major overhaul. Not over a period of time, but really overnight. Like, he wants to transform the city and make it socialist overnight. And that's where a lot of the mainstream Democrats, they just get shocked. Even some of the mainstream Democrats are finding this extremely uncomfortable to deal with. And you look at a Democrat like Hakeem Jeffries. Who wants to talk about Hakeem Jeffries? Gray 59 is here. Gray 59, thanks for being here. My friends, please subscribe if you have not done so already. Please hit the like button. I would appreciate that very, very much. We're trying to reach more people. And if you subscribe, if you hit the like button, if you share this video, then we're able to reach more people. The video would then appear in front of more viewers. That's how we can grow the size of this community. So please support this channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Okay. All right. So you look at a Democrat like Hakeem Jeffries, who is a very powerful Democrat in the House, very, very powerful. Okay. What did Hakeem Jeffries do? Can anyone tell me whether Hakeem Jeffries endorsed Zoran Mamdani or not? Do you know? I know the answer, but I want to find out if you have seen the update. Did Hakeem Jeffries endorse Zoran Mamdani? Just write it in the live chat, all right? Did Hakeem Jeffries endorse Zoran Mamdani? All right, I'm going to give you the answer. He did not. Invisible Man is here. Invisible Man, I can see you. So good to see you. All right. Jan Myers is saying, I like but can't figure out how to subscribe. Okay, Jan. Jan, you go to the main page for this channel and you just hit subscribe. I think that's how it's done. If anyone else can explain to Jan how to subscribe, that'd be great. Eric, thank you for being here. Good to see Eric. Okay. So, as I was saying, Hakeem Jeffries met with Zoran Mamdani, but Hakeem Jeffries did not endorse Mamdani. He met with Mamdani, he did not endorse Mamdani. Because you know what? Endorsing Mamdani is a political liability. And it's because of Zoran Mamdani's extreme socialist views. So any politician out there who endorses Zoran Mamdani would have to explain that decision to the people of his or her state or district, because the voters are going to be asking any member of Congress, who endorses Mamdani, the people will be asking that member of Congress, why did you do that? Why did you endorse a socialist? Why did you endorse someone who wants to pretty much push private grocery store private grocery stores out of business? And that's just one example. Jen is saying, "Oh, I was already subscribed." Well, thank you, Jen. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Yeah, you're right, Jen, because this is in subscriber only mode, the live chat. So if you're able to comment in the live chat window, you're already subscribed. So I should have remembered that. Thank you, Jen. A lot of Democrat voters are not going to be okay with this idea of so-called city-run grocery stores. And I'm sure that there are store owners in New York who vote Democrat, but they're not going to be okay with Zoran Mamdani, and there's no way they can vote for Zoran Mamdani. I mean, any grocery store owner in New York City voting for Zoran Mamdani means you're voting against your own business. Would would Democrat voters prefer to see their businesses be compelled, their grocery store businesses be compelled to shut down because of the introduction of city-run grocery stores? Private grocery stores will have to shut down. They're going to be pushed out of business if Mamdani establishes city run grocery stores. So there are many issues that the Democrats are now facing because of the rise of the socialists. And so Barack Obama may be coming back to try to help the Democrat Party manage these crises. And if you look at the Democrat Party organization, we know that there are conflicts among the Democrats. We know that the different personalities within the Democrat Party are trying to push and pull the party in different directions. And we know that there's rising tension among the Democrats. They have no leader, they have no strategy, they have no winning message, they have nothing. So Barack Obama, is he going to be coming back to pull the party together? And is he going to be successful? I don't think so. I think he might try. But the Democrat Party is so fractured that the Democrats will not be able to come together. Now for Obama to once again become the leader of the Democrats, he has to make an impact. If he wants to be the leader of the Democrats, he has to make some kind of an impact. He has to say something. He has to do something to gain attention. He has to act in a certain way, or he has to use words in some creative ways to actually get media attention and to be visible and to be on TV screens and to be a and to just send a message that he's here. He has to be relevant. He has to make an impact. So what is he going to do? He has to gain attention. So what he's trying to do now, and some of you know this, recently Obama said that the Democrats will have to toughen up. Those are the words, toughen up. Okay, I get it. Barack Obama is trying to give the party a boost by saying, toughen up, Democrats. And he wants to be the mentor who shows the party how to toughen up. So first he's going to tell people, toughen up, Democrats. And if they can't, he's going to say, let me show you how it's done. He's going to be that teacher. He's going to be that guide. He wants to present himself as this strong leader who's going to say, let me show you how it's done. Obama might say, follow me. And he probably is going to expect the Democrats to follow his lead. But does Barack Obama realize that it is too late? Does Barack Obama realize that things are already out of control? And let me tell you one thing, my friends. If Zoran Mandani wins the New York City mayoral race, then these socialists like AOC and Bernie and Zoran Mandani and others, these socialists within the Democrat Party will become so strong that their voices will dominate and the rest of the Democrats will not be able to do anything. That is what is going on, my friends. And I just shared with you my analysis, my theory. That is what I think is happening. Barack Obama is trying to find a way back to a leadership position. He's trying to make himself relevant. He's trying to act tough. He's trying to have an impact. He's trying to use these words like toughen up to show that he's strong, that he can do things, he can lead. That's what Obama is trying to do. He's trying to position himself as the next leader of the Democrats. And I think he's going to need Rahm Emanuel's help for that. And I think Rahm Emanuel is going to need Obama's help if Mr. Emanuel wants to run for president. So I think it's a mutual understanding, which, it's just my analysis. I think it's going to be a mutual understanding between Obama and Emanuel. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, my friends. I shared with you my thoughts, and you can share with me yours. But you know what? I'll tell you one thing. Whatever I said just now, all the things that I said over the last 1 hour and 18 minutes, all of these combined show that the Democrat Party is becoming weaker and weaker and weaker every single day. There's a void. There's no leadership. There's a vacuum. They don't know who the next leader is going to be, so Obama is coming back. The party is in crisis. The Democrats are fractured. They are in real crisis. And on the other hand, the Republicans are making America great again. So, my friends, I want to hear from you. Share with me your thoughts. Tell me if you agree with what I said or you don't. That's fine. Whatever your views may be, whatever your thoughts may be, maybe you have some other theory. That's fine too. You can let me know. The Republicans are winning. Do you agree with me when I say that? The Republicans are winning, and the Republicans are united. The Republicans are focused. The Republicans know their priorities. The Republicans are committed to delivering, fulfilling the promises Gabby is here. Hi, Gabby. Is Gabby here for the first time, Gabby? I don't think I've seen your name before. Invisible Man. Victoria. Good to see you, Victoria. Thanks for being here. Gabby says hello. Hello, Gabby. Gabby is here for the first time. Wonderful. Thanks for being here. Listen, hey, I welcome everyone, whether you agree with me or you don't. I welcome everyone. I welcome diverse voices. The only thing that I ask for is please treat each other with respect. No name calling, no insults, just disagree. Use firm language. That's fine. But be respectful. That's all I ask for. So, everyone, thank you so very much. Our community continues to grow in size, and this is so wonderful. Hold on, my friends. By the way, to all those new people, I'm curious to see where you all are from. So if you're from the United States, would you please write what state you are from? And if you are from outside the US, write the country that you're from. I'm talking to the new folks, those who are here for the first time. Those who are here for the first time. I'm talking to you. Victoria says Kansas City. Victoria, thank you for being here. And Victoria, I've seen your name before. You've participated in live chat before, right? Am I correct? Gabby is from Oregon. Wonderful. Thank you, Gabby. We got friends from Oregon. We got Dana. I haven't seen Dana recently, but Dana, one of our friends on this channel, is from Oregon. We got Miss from Washington State. Wonderful. Jan is saying Missouri. I've never told you before. Thank you, Jan, for letting us know now. All right. So, do you have any questions for me? Anything you would like to ask? Anything that you think that I have not discussed? I mean, of course, there are so many other topics out there, but pertaining to what we just discussed, anything else you want me to say? Any questions you want me to answer? Let me know, my friends. By the way, 42 likes so far. We can get to 50 if 8 more likes could be added. So please like this video if you haven't done so already. All right, let's get to 50 if we can. 43 now. We can get to 50. By the way, my friends, um, for those who don't know, some of you may remember this. I'm trying to reach 20,000 subscribers because I have set a goal for myself that once this channel gets to 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to invest in having a wireless, a high quality, broadcast quality, professional microphone, a wireless microphone. Okay. So the one that I'm using right now, it is wired. It is sitting on my desk. It has wires and cables connected. But I'm going to invest in a wireless microphone. But I mean, I could do that right now, but I don't want to. I want that to be a reward for reaching a milestone. So will you please help me get to 20,000 subscribers? And then I'm going to happily go and invest in a wireless microphone system, because once I have that, once I get that wireless, that professional sound quality wireless microphone system. Even if I'm outside, even if I'm away from my desk, even if I'm maybe sitting in my car and the car is parked on the side of the road and I'm sitting in my car and I have some thoughts I want to share. So I turn on the camera and I record a video or do maybe a short live stream. If I have that broadcast quality professional microphone, wireless microphone, you're going to get excellent sound quality, okay? Because, this desktop microphone, which I have, is awesome, but I can't carry it around. So I need a mobile solution. So I am going to be investing in that. I mean, it's not super expensive, but it's a good chunk of money. But I'm going to invest in that as a reward to myself for reaching 20,000 subscribers. So will you please help me get to 20,000 subscribers? Please help me get to 20,000 subscribers, my friends. Lynn is saying also get a cake. Yeah, we can, if we want to celebrate, yeah, absolutely. A cake would be great. Uh, all right. Anyone else? Do you have any questions for me? Anything you want to ask me? Anything that I missed? Or do you want to highlight some important topics you want me to talk about um, in the near future? Let me know, my friends. All right. All right. Okay, my friends. What I'm going to do is wrap up this live stream. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap up this live stream. Um, Thank you so very much for being here. Did I miss any comment here? I don't know. Okay. I may have missed a few comments, or maybe more than a few, just because I was talking. So I apologize for that. So, my friends, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. Thank you all for being here. And let me tell you, in conclusion, no matter how much the Democrats try to find a leader and to unite the different voices in the party, the Democrats, they are in a lot of trouble. Their party is fractured, everyone's scattered, and it's so hard for them to unite. On the other hand, the Republicans are united, as we can see. All right. I can tell you that the Republicans are united. If you don't believe me, just pay attention to everything that's going on, and you'll see the strong unity that exists among the Republicans. The Republicans are united very, very strongly. Do you agree with me, my friends? Say yes if you agree with me. By the way, let's do this exercise that we have not done in a while. If you support Donald J. Trump, please write, I support Trump, or Trump 2025, or Trump 2028, whatever you want to write. Express your support for Donald J. Trump. Tangerine says, thank you for a very informative topic tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Tangerine. Charisse is saying, I agree. Thank you, Charisse. Thank you. Thank you, Charisse. Victoria says, yes. Thank you so very much, Victoria. Eric says, Trump 2028. That's awesome. Charisse says, Trump 2028. Nimi, I don't know what that name is. It's hard to pronounce. Asking me, so you support Donald Trump? Absolutely. I'm a freedom loving American. I'm a law abiding American. I'm a conservative American. I'm a proud American citizen. And I support Donald Trump and I support the Republicans because together we will make America great again. Absolutely. Tangerine is saying, I support President Donald J. Trump. Jan is saying, Trump forever. Wonderful. Kay Cooper says, me too. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Kay Cooper, our friend from Texas. Okay. All right, my friends, I'm going to wrap this up. By the way, can we get to 50 likes before I conclude this video? It's 47 now. Can we get 3 more people to like this video? Help us get to 50. Anyone out there? 3 more people? It's very easy. 3 more people. If you are just listening to this and you haven't liked the video, please like it. Let's get to 50. Let's do it. 48. 2 more. Let's get to 50, my friends. Let's do it. 48. Let's get to 49. Let's get to 50. Eric is saying, yes, we can. Eric, I love that. Eric is saying, yes, we can. 48. Can we get to 50? 49. Yeah, let's get to 50, my friends. Let's get to 50. That'd be so awesome. So wonderful. 49. Let's get to 50. One more person. 50. There it is, 50. 50. 51. Wonderful. So we crossed that 50 like milestone. We're crossing that. Now we're at 51. Okay. Great. Eric is saying, let's make common sense common again. I love that. I love that slogan. Let's make common sense common again. I love it. Thank you, Eric. Thanks for sharing that. All right, my friends. So shall we wrap up this live stream now? Shall we do it? Wrap up this live stream. Let's wrap up this live stream. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. The Republicans are united. They will stay united, and we are going to make America great again. May God bless you all. May God bless President Donald J. Trump. May God bless the Trump administration. May God bless our Republican leaders. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless our U.S. allies. And may God bless freedom-loving people all over the world. With that, thank you so very much, my friends. I appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks for spending more than 1.5 hours with me. And I'm going to be back again with more videos and more live stream. And if you are watching a replay of this afterwards, I want to hear your thoughts as well, those who did not get to participate in the live chat. But if you're watching this video as replay, please leave a comment in the comment section of this video. Thank you so very much, my friends. Have a wonderful night. Well, it's already early morning. Have a wonderful Saturday, and I'm going to be back again soon with more videos. Thank you so very much, my friends. Thank you so very much.